and I'm here in a studio with a 2021 Bronco two-door Badlands version with the Sasquatch package. This is the ultimate off-roading Badlands Bronco here, and we're going to prep this one for extreme off-roading by taking the doors off, taking the roof off, taking these fender flares off, and then for the ultimate piece de resistance, we're going to take the fenders off so you don't risk scratching them up on the trail. Let's get to it. All right, the top is the easy part, especially the front part. There is simply an over-center latch on the outboard front corner, and then 3 quarter-turn latches. We have already taken the driver's side one off first, which has to come off first, and then this 12-pound panel, and we just take it right over here and put it down. The back part's a little bit trickier. We're going to start off by opening the back door, opening the back window, and we start with these washer fluid and electric connections, which unplug with just a simple little snap right here. And each has its own little tidy place to stow them while they're off. Next, we're going to take off 8 screws along the bottom, 3 toward the back, 1 in the front on the bottom of each side. And the owner's kit comes, of course, with branded tools to handle all of this, and with little pockets to stow all of the screws in. We just weighed this top, and it weighs about 83 or 84 pounds, so this is not a DIY part. If you lift up on the back, it lets you get your hands underneath it, and then we're just gonna walk it back. All right, so now we're gonna take the doors off. First step is roll the windows down. We've already done that. Next, we're gonna push this mirror forward. Simply open the door, and then there are 2 nuts on the hinge bolts here, and then I have to disconnect the electric plug here for the door, and now the door is completely loose. Handle here, door handle, up we go, and over to a comfortable, safe place to set it. So the fender flares, and these are the special wide ones that come with the 35-inch Sasquatch package tires. There are just a series of these quarter-turn latches here that I'm going to turn a quarter-turn counterclockwise each, after which point we just give a little... Sounds like you broke something, but you didn't. That's what it's meant to do. Now, I can do the back one. Same thing, just a couple, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 quarter turns. And off she comes, just like that. Next, we're going to take off the fenders, and that procedure starts by removing the grille, which is also made to be fairly easy to remove and to replace with aftermarket ones and so forth. I've started by opening the hood, and now the first step is these 3 little pry-off push pins here. All right, there's the air deflector off. Now, we have these little bolts in here to take the grille off. Oh, look at that. Kind of sounds like you're breaking it, but nope, look at that, comes right off. All right, so the grille is off. Now we're just gonna pull this bottom panel off, which just clips in also. Just pull it out there. Out here, and there we are. All right, so for the next step on the fender removal, we're gonna remove these 3 8mm bolts up here that are on that retainer that held the front valence panel on. Now there's an inside here, holds it on. Next, we're gonna come back here where there were 4 more of those push pins along here and another 8mm screw up here. We've already removed those. And now there are a couple more of these, and there's one that hides back in here, and it's way back. It's in this spot right here. They've already removed it. We've got 3 along the top. Should be noted that most of these bolts go through the paint shop. So if you're going to be crazy worried about originality and whatever, you are going to break the paint when you take these fenders and quarter panels off. Okay, so the fender sights are held on by 2 nuts and a bolt, and those need to come off to expose this last one of the 4 bolts along the top edge. If our calculations are correct, this should remove easy as can be. Look at that. I'd probably be interested in putting at least an aftermarket one on there just so I don't trail scar my washer fluid container. Let's do the rear quarter panel next. For the rear fender, I'm going to start by opening the rear door. And once again, we've got another black plastic rubber piece in here that had 4 of those similar push pins in it. And there are remaining 2 bolts that hold it on that are down in here. So now we're just going to pull this piece out somehow. Now, in here, I find a couple more bolts. Now, we're just going to do these visible ones, the 4 across the top. And then we have, one has been removed out of the top of this here. It's under this little black rubber thing. And there is a series of 5 more of them around here. This piece still has to come off. And I think this is just a pull. We've got a blind spot indication system sensor here that is blocking my approach to that screw there. So now you can see we've already removed one of the bolts. There's 2 bolts in here behind the bliss indicator. And just like that, exposing the electrocoat primer underneath. So here we have our completely naked 2021 Ford Bronco Badlands with Sasquatch package. I want to note one thing that we didn't do is remove the rock rail. So there you have it. And again, you certainly can see where this is a pretty cool feature of the new Bronco, and one that really separates it from everybody else in the market. So with that, I'm Frank Marcus with Motor Trend. Stay tuned right here for more Bronco coverage.